Hey there, roguelike fans. Today we're going to take a look at another 2005 7-day roguelike entry called You Only Live Once. I had a blast playing Bomber Rogue yesterday, and it occurred to me there were only 9 successful entries to the 2005 7DRL challenge. And we know from looking that at least 3 of them are currently at least inaccessible. So there's only really 6 games potentially that we can look at, and I don't know how many of those are missing. So it seemed like a good thing to just go through the remaining games that we can find in that 2005 list, give them each a try, and put them together in a playlist. It's also interesting to note that, as far as I can tell, there are no real Let's Plays of a lot of these games. Bomber Rogue didn't have a Let's Play on YouTube before the one I did, as far as I can discover, and nor does You Only Live Once. And I certainly know Bomber Rogue was intriguing, and I'm guessing this game is going to be very, very intriguing too. Because of one very key feature, and that is the designer, a fellow by the name of Jeff Lait. Jeff Lait is a very important piece of the 7-day roguelike history for a number of reasons. First of all, outside of the 7-day roguelike challenge, he's quite the roguelike staple. He created the game Powder, which was a Game Boy Advance homebrew roguelike that remains very popular today. You can also play it on PC. We'll get to it eventually. He also has, as far as I can tell, the singular distinction of being the only person to enter the 7-day roguelike challenge every single year it has been in existence so far. That's from 2005 to 2018, meaning he's created 13 separate 7DRL games, of which this is the first. There is another gentleman named Slashy who I know at least created 12. I'm not sure if he got the 13th in. So as far as I know, Jeff Lait is the single one to do that. I'll correct that information later if I'm wrong. The second very important thing that I learned is that Jeff Lait is actually technically responsible for the 7-day roguelike challenge, in that the whole challenge came about because he, on a Usenet group, suggested it might be a great way for he and his fellow gamers or programmers to hone their programming skills. So we kind of owe the 7-day roguelike challenge to Jeff Lait, the creator of You Only Live Once. Now, my usual policy with these games is to dive in and explore them as deeply as I can before sharing them with you. That way I'm coming at it with as much authority on a given subject as I can. I started doing that with this game yesterday, but fairly early on I think I started to clue into what the central interesting mechanic of the game is. And as soon as I realized that, I thought, you know what, no, this is the kind of game I want to experience for the first time with you right along for the ride. It is story-based. There is some sort of story that unfolds. I don't know what that story is because I haven't played it through yet. So if you are really keen on the narrative and discovering what that story is for yourself, you might want to download the game and give it a try instead of watching this video, or at least before watching this video. Because we're going to try and figure it out right now together. Let's give it a shot. Welcome to You Only Live Once. We'll hit that question mark for a list of keyboard commands in a second. First, let's get this story. The mountaintop village of Yamanote has had a peaceful existence for as long as you can remember. Of course, being only 10 years old, that is not all that long. Spring has finally arrived after a cold winter. The pass leading out of the village's valley is still blocked with snow, but in the valley itself, grass is growing and the days are warmer. You are a small boy named Timmy. You are supposed to be helping your father, the village smith, in the forge. You have no such plans. The sun is shining too brightly to waste the day in a dimly lit forge. Exploring the spooky forest to the north seems like a lot more fun. So we are Timmy. You can see right here, we are Timmy with hits 5. And that's our basic story that we are starting out with here. Let's press question mark to see what we can learn. Let's click into the video. I just moved the entire screen. Look at that, like a god. How do I get in? I'm looking at the wrong. I'm clicking on the wrong silly screen here. Let's press question mark. There we go. Movement is done with a number pad or with the VI style keys. If you're not familiar with the term VI keys, the very earliest games like Rogue used this directional control right here. Pardon me, again, we're stretched and we're not hitting the right point if I don't watch where I'm putting my cursor. This directional control scheme right here, which was known as VI keys for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But we're going to use the number pad. To chat with someone, bump into them. To attack someone in melee, bump into them. Quick keys. A. Learn about live once. C. Your character sheet. F. Fire your ranged weapon. Q. Quit and save. W. Welcome message. X. Look around. Question mark gives you this help. And your usual up and down stairs with the greater than and less than keys. Alright. Let's try about live once. You Only Live Once is a 7-day roguelike written by Jeff Lait. It's home. Here's the link. I'm going to include the link myself. Assuming that link still works. If not, I'll find you another link as best I can. It uses SDL, which is kind of cool. It's actually, SDL is what I use for Caverns of Saskazian too. It also uses PD curses, and that's another neat point of history in terms of roguelikes. The curses library was one of the earliest programming libraries made to facilitate the creation of roguelikes, which was a very... It sounds simple on the surface, but it was a set of code that allowed you to place letters and other ASCII characters at specific points on the screen. Before that code came into existence, that was a rather tricky procedure, and that opened the door to making roguelikes back in the day. It's interesting that this game apparently still has a version that uses curses. We're playing the Windows version, which uses exclusively SDL, to the best of my knowledge. You can put questions and comments there, apparently. I don't know if that's still in existence, to be honest. I'm not sure if the old Usenet service is still in existence. I don't know. I've never really been a frequenter of it other than to look up history. Have fun is the final commandment. I also did look up some stuff he had to say online. He mentions the fact that it is very story-oriented, and he also mentioned the fact that I believe it's much more... I can't think of the word, chess-like, I guess is not the right word, but chess-like in the sense that there's not as much randomization in terms of combat. As far as I know, if you attack, you automatically hit. I could be wrong. Maybe for maximum damage, I'm not sure. I think this game may stretch across more than one recording. If it does, I promise you in between recordings, I'll quickly look up that answer and come back to you. For now, let's continue going. Let's press W for the welcome screen, and all it does is bring us back to this text again. And that actually is more important than I thought. I thought it was kind of weird that we come back to that, but it ends up being more important later on. For now, we know we are Timmy. We're supposed to be working in the forge. Let's start walking around here. Let's click into our box again and start walking around. Let's bump into this ad sign. You chat with Eliza Smith. Your father is at the forge waiting for you. Stop dawdling and help him. Screw you, Eliza Smith. I'm going to go have fun somewhere. Is this the forge? You chat with Coresmith. I think that's my father. Ah, there you are, boy. Help me stoke this fire. I don't think I can. If I try and walk to the southeast, it just says you're blocked by fire. We don't seem to have any key to, I don't know, fix the fire. Let's look at it. If you use X key, you see a fire. You see Coresmith. You see a path. You see grass. You see Rodney Baker. You see a wall. You see a door. You see a bridge. You see water, and probably you see tree. Forest. More water. It's a nice little, you can see the field of vision. We know that this exists from having uncovered the fog of war before, but because we can't see it now, it's in black and white instead of in color. And this is mountain, I'm guessing. Mountain. Alright, let's press escape to get out of the look. Now let's keep walking around. Rodney looks worried. What's wrong, Rodney? Timmy, don't worry. Everything will work out. Not that there's anything wrong. Alright, I don't know what's Rodney's upset about. Who am I talking to here? Debbie Baker, presumably Rodney's wife, or maybe his daughter. Sorry, Timmy, no cupcakes yet. We have to wait for the pass to clear first. Get out of my way. Thank you. This could have been a long game if she just stood there and I couldn't get out. Ooh, what's this? You chat with Farmer Amy. Remember, Tim, snow in winter means water in spring. The grain should have enough water for a good harvest this summer. However, be careful around the streams. We never know when there may be a flash flood. I don't know if that's useful information in terms of that can actually happen within the scope of the game, or if that's just dialogue for the sake of dialogue. You chat with Elder Crawl. Ah, Timmy, you are not supposed to be at the forge today? Are you not? Yeah, I am. You didn't see me, okay? I'm out of here. Did we go in here yet? We talked to this guy yet? Farmer Joe. You reckon we'll have a scorcher like last summer? After this winter, I'd certainly like some heat. Hey, careful where you're stepping. I just mulched that area. Why Farmer Joe is spontaneously, I don't know, Welsh or Irish. I'm not sure. Alright, now the one thing we do know, if we press W again, our only objective we know is exploring the spooky forest to the north. Seems like a lot more fun, so let's go north. And see what we can see. As I said, I did play a little bit of the opening of this game and then stopped pretty spontaneously when I thought I figured out the fairly neat mechanic at work that separates this game from other roguelikes. And when we come across that mechanic, I'll point it out and say how cool it is again, because it's pretty fucking cool in my opinion. Not much going on here. There is a staircase down. I'm going to explore that in a second. They said exploring the forest as opposed to exploring... I know from my last game that leads down to a cave, so just in case, exploring the forest proper as opposed to the cave is really more what Timmy's supposed to be doing. I'm going to look around here. I'm not sure there's anything else up here in the north, though, other than that cave. Let's actually explore to the east, too. What the hell? Let's just explore the forest, period. In case there's anything. This part of the world, this overland map, does appear to be pre-generated. Well, I'm not going to get in that water in case I drown. I don't know what happens if I try and go in water. I don't want to find out. I know if you try and go through mountain, you're blocked by mountain, or an icy mountain in some cases. Perhaps the northern ones are icy. Let's go down and cross over that bridge and check out to the east as well. On account of why not, am I right? Just to get the lay of the land. So yeah, this overland map appears to be pre-designed by Jeff Lait. The same every time you play. Some sort of path in there. Let's just look at the forest first. But the... I think that the cave environments or the interior maps are procedurally generated, and there you get your roguelike aspect. What the hell's over here? Whoa, what the fuck is that? X. You see a snowy pass. I'm not going to go up there yet. I don't know if that actually is a snowy pass, as in that's not a monster. Usually a letter is a monster. I don't know if I want to find out the hard way that that's, you know, a white or a werewolf or something that can kill me. Or if it is in fact the winter pass, and if we try and pass through it, I think, didn't Amy warn us we could get killed? Somebody said something about until the winter pass is clear we shouldn't go that way. So let's just go down into this cave that we found in the forest to the north. What is this? To our south. You pick up a purple mushroom. At the time, oh fuck me. X. There is a bat. Now if we press C, let's get out of this. C or I actually also works as inventory as far as I can tell. My name is Timmy. I have a pocket knife, I have a slingshot, and I'm carrying a purple mushroom for whatever reason. Let's press F to fire our slingshot to the north. And there we pegged a bat and it died. Nice. There's a rat. Are we on a diagonal with it? So as in many of these roguelikes, it's very hard to tell when you're on a diagonal. You can only fire in the directions, the cardinal directions. And by cardinal, I do include northeast and... Oh, fuck. A bat bit me, I'm down to 4 hits. I gotta move slower. Timmy has only 5 health, and as far as I've seen so far, there's no way to heal. If you look at our... Here, I pressed I instead of C, so I also works. Our character sheet. We're carrying a purple mushroom. I haven't found a way to use it. I don't think you can use it, based on information that will come to light shortly. But if you can, I haven't figured out how. I don't think S does anything. Let's try S. I was going to try and search, but I don't know if it does anything. I also don't know, I mean, based on this, quit and save. Yeah, you can. Okay, we can save this game as we go. That's good. I wasn't entirely sure. Let's go back to this. I wasn't entirely sure whether or not there was a save option in this game. That's awesome. In addition to being the only person I'm for sure aware of that has entered every single 7-day roguelike challenge since the onset of the challenge itself, Jeff Lait is also renowned for making really, really good 7-day roguelikes. Very innovative and usually quite fun. There's a staircase down, so this is multiple levels. I think I have infinite ammo for my slingshot. It appears to be making short work of these guys. Let's get another mushroom. I got another purple mushroom. For what that's worth. Yeah, unlike Warlock, the Warlock Firetype mount we played recently, it seems like I have infinite ammo for this particular weapon, so I'll just keep using it. There's no point in letting them bite me when I have so little health. Another bat. Bats move a little bit fast as far as I've seen. I think sometimes they move 2 squares. I'm not entirely sure. I think I've seen that. Nice little cave-like environment. Looks like I've explored the entirety of this map. Let's go down a level. There's a rat. Not sure if monsters regenerate. So far, fuck, see that? I can't tell when I'm on a diagonal. It's a problem with a lot of these games. There's a way down again. We can get down even further. Poor Timmy. Another mushroom. A lot of crap coming in there. Where's that bat? Alright. Vermin are no match for Timmy. Looks like the rats have a little more health. Maybe the bat moves a little more fast or erratically. I'm not sure. Seemed like maybe that's the case. Yeah, nice purple mushroom there. Can't beat a purple mushroom. Alright, we've explored the full map now. Let's try and head down. I'm not seeing any. Again, they might be clear once they're clear. Actually, I think that might. I have guesswork at this point as to certain elements of this game and you know how it's supposed to be won, if it can be won. Oh, we have a new monster coming. In many games, that would be a zombie. Is it a zombie here? Skeleton. All right. I have some anxieties about Timmy's ability to take on a skeleton. Skeleton punches me. Well, fuck you, skeleton. I killed it, though. And a rat. Down to 3 hits. Oh, that's probably a zombie. In real life, if you're a 10-year-old boy and you start seeing fucking undead down deep in a cave, don't you think you'd be like, you know, fuck this, I'm going back to help my dad with the forge? Wouldn't that be a better use of your time than being killed by a zombie? It looks like the zombie moves slowly. Yeah, I have some guesswork, and it is guesswork, as to how this game is going to unfold and how it can be won. But I don't want to share that with you yet until at least that first mechanic that I mentioned that I think may be at the heart of this game comes into play. Well, not maybe at the heart of it. It is at the heart of this game, but maybe the central mechanic of import. I like the zombies because at least I can kill them from a distance before they close the distance. Let me drink some coffee here while I slowly move about. Another bat. I like the bats even better. We don't appear to be gaining any kind of experience. I don't think you can. You'll also notice, aside from purple mushrooms, we've not been finding any equipment or anything. I'm not sure you can that either. Come to me, zombie. Die, zombie. Purple mushroom. Another way down. Let's clear out this level. Keep looking for mushrooms. Timmy made me descend right here, actually. Okay, fuck, he's dead. You die. Hit any key to continue. Now here's where that central mechanic comes into play. Let's hit a key. Oh! We're not Timmy anymore. You are Rodney Baker. Every winter the snow falls. Every winter the single road out of this village is blocked. Thus, every winter a large stockpile of food is made to last the cold months. This is where your worries have come. As the husband to the village's baker, so I guess my wife, what was her name? Something Baker, obviously. Oh, Baker is the baker, I get it. You are in charge of maintaining the food storehouse. Even though the winter was long, careful rationing would have seen everyone well fed until the passes cleared and outside food could be arranged. Yesterday, however, in a routine check of the grain supplies, you discovered a gray mold had corrupted the grain. The village will go very hungry if a way to neutralize this mold isn't found. So that's the first central mechanic we're seeing in this game, is that when you die, you become another character in the village. We are now Rodney Baker. Let's take a look at, first of all, you can see Rodney has hits 10, so he's got twice as much health as Timmy had. We are carrying a stout knife. We do not have a ranged weapon anymore. If we come in here, let's talk to our wife. You chat with Debbie Baker. Perhaps the elder would know something of this mold? I certainly have never heard of the like before, and I certainly can't use the grain as is. Oh, we know where the elder is. Let's go talk to him. Elder Crawl. Crawl takes a sample of the grain and tastes it. Irk! That is vile. I have heard of this dread mold. It is the infamous bile mold, whose bitter taste offends all but the most insensitive palate. Fortunately, I believe a local mushroom exists that will neutralize the taste. Let's hope that's a purple mushroom. It is. Try looking in the cave in the forest to the north. I remember seeing them there. The forest has a pure purple cap with smooth white stalk. If you can find 5 of them, we should have enough to restore our remaining grain supplies. Eliza Smith. Forget the grain. Have you seen Timmy? I'm beginning to worry about him. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm so sorry. I know he's run off before, but this feels different somehow. I'm guessing he's dead, unless they only get captured, but I think he's dead. In my first game, I played until such time as I woke up as Rodney and then stopped because I'm like, this is cool, and I want to find out the story with you. Most roguelikes don't have a concentrated role-playing story like this. By the anvil rod. Surely you know by now that I stick to my craft. This is Core Smith. I know steel, you know grain. You should have a Scottish accent. Have you seen my boy, however? That's not Scottish. That's like fucking, I don't know, brain-damaged pirate. He was supposed to help me stoke the fire. I suppose he's off playing somewhere. If you find him, send him back post-haste. Debbie Baker, I've already talked to you, haven't I? Yeah. They each have one thing to say, apparently, and that's it. You say the grain be ruined. There's our Scottish accent. Now he's not Irish anymore. Let's go back to Irish for him. The grain I grew with my own blood and tears. Well, I wonder why I stockpiled the grain with you in the first place. He's Irish. Core's going to be Scottish. That's our attempt. Let's see what we can do with that. This guy's just whatever he is. Oh, Farmer Amy is a girl. I'm not going to do a falsetto. This is most tragic news. Do not blame yourself. I know you have been most careful in keeping the grain dry. We must get to the bottom of this, however. While I am sure we can survive this season on short rations, imagine if this blight had struck earlier. That would be tragic. Hey, Kiri. I see you, sweetheart. Let's go up. You can see our map is already uncovered from Timmy. And here's where I'm guessing I've figured out the central mechanic. Let's find out. I'm guessing this level is cleared. My guess as to how this game is going to proceed is that the game is going to take place in this cave. And there's going to be several missions we have to accomplish. And we're going to keep coming down with, we're going to come down here with Rodney. And then when Rodney dies, we're going to wake up as a new member of the village with slightly different abilities. He'll have a different weapon, maybe a different missile weapon, different health. And that person is going to have to carry on the torch. Probably a little tougher than Rodney was. And with each passing character, the question is how much of the dungeon can we clear to get down to the bottom, is my guess. Could be wrong. But hey, Timmy cleared us down to level 3, is that right? There's no indication of what level we're on, actually. This guy's looking for pink mushrooms. I know Timmy had a whole bunch. They're there. Possibly. We don't have a missile weapon, so there's no reason to cower from this guy, so let's go fight him. Oh, good. Maybe he's already injured from Timmy? Oh, I got 5 purple mushrooms. Isn't that what I needed? Let's get the hell out of here. Good job, Tim. Let's bring these back. I'm not sure if each character has a specific mission they need to accomplish. And then we'll switch. Or if it's like, okay, he'll carry on the next mission, and it's literally a question of how many characters you have to use up before you win. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the actual mechanic at work. Oh, yeah, okay, because he finished his job. Okay, so there you go. There's our answer. You are Eliza Smith, the wife of the village smith. Your son, Timmy, has been missing for a considerable time. At first, you discounted it as him shirking his duties. It would not be the first time he'd rather play in the forest than help his father stoke the fire. Have been a few typos, incidentally, I've noticed. He mentioned there was one word earlier that had an A instead of an E, and mountain, of course. Sorry, it just came to mind now. He'd rather play in the forest than help his father stoke the fire. Still, the days are still short, and the wood's not a safe place to be at night. You have made up your mind. You must leave your chores aside and find Timmy. Well, I know where Timmy is, actually. That's not going to be hard, but let's talk to everybody first, because they all have interesting things to say. You chat with Core Smith. Oh yeah, Scottish. No, Timmy ran off as soon as he thought I noticed him. Maybe the elder. What, stop crying to the elder for everything. No, it is not because I'm afraid of rats. Very well, you find the danged boy. That's a mangled ass accent, I apologize. Ah, the wilderness of... Oh, the wildness, fuck me. Ah, the wildness of youth. I'm sure Timmy is just climbing the trees in the wood. It is a fine day after all. You're wrong, Elder Crawl. He's dead at the bottom of a cave. Oh, she should be Scottish as well, but I'm not going to bother. Ah, how you must worry. Timmy is such a sweet child. I trust he is quite fine. Likely got himself lost in the forest and be glad to see you. Fortunately, us being bounded by mountains and all, he can't have gone far. That's true. I assume we can't go through that W. What are we at for time here? We're getting another 5 minutes before we end this session and go on to session 2. What do you got to say, Amy? Why, I understand full well the maternal concerns over a lost child. I have long studied such issues. Why would you be studying the concerns of a lost child? The world would be better if the love of a mother for a child could be somehow distilled and applied as a potion. Oh, apparently you're some sort of alchemist. To the temperaments of those ill-favored morally. I know Timmy often plays in the woods north of here. I would suggest looking there. I agree. Did we already talk to you? Timmy? No, I didn't see any sign of him. What are you talking about? You got freaking purple potions or purple mushrooms off his dead body, presumably. Unless his body was dragged off. I didn't explore all the cave, though. Just enough to find the mushrooms we needed. Okay. Why, Timmy? He no doubt is hiding from the likes of you. Knows you're to put him to work, I wager. Can't say I blame the lad. I'd hide if I knew someone was seeking to lock me up in a forge all day. Go back to your home and relax. I'm sure to be back by nightfall. I somehow doubt it. Okay, what's going on with our chick here? Oh, she's got 20 health. Yeah, so far it's proving true that they get tougher with each go. Probably because you have to go deeper. So our mission now is to find Timmy deep in this cave. Let's see what we can do. Thank you for clearing out so much of the cave, Tim. You did good work, lad. You did more than I should. You know what? In retrospect, a way to win this game, potentially, I should have used the gentleman Rodney and walked him around a bit killing monsters before I returned to the surface with him, because he could have cleared out some more space. That was a mistake. That it didn't occur to me until literally right now. He killed one skeleton that was already injured by Tim. I'll grab a mushroom because why not? Maybe I need them. So again, we have no missile weapon this time. We only have... Oh, we do. We have ranged weapon darts. Okay. Let's move slowly then so we can pepper any monsters we meet with darts. Let's keep exploring this level. He's probably deeper, but I don't know that for sure. Fire. Fire. Neat that the actual missile graphic is different than the one Timmy had. Timmy had little rocks and they were sort of a white, pebbly looking thing, and now they're blue brackets. Those are some warped darts. Have we explored this level? I think we have. All right, Eliza. I'm sorry Rodney wasn't braver. He should have done more work than he did. All right. I don't think Timmy had a mission per se. I think Timmy's mission, in the sense of, in the way that Rodney was supposed to get those mushrooms back to the surface and then switched. I don't think there was anything Timmy probably could have done to switch, unless he maybe cleared out the entire cave, and that would have ended the story. I don't know. We got a K. What's a K? Oh, I have one health missing. A kobold. Oh, it can fire back. Screw you, I'll get me my stick. I think the stick does more damage than the darts. Let's not let the kobolds shoot at us. But rats we can hit. We'll try and finish up Eliza here. We're coming up on 30 minutes, but we'll try and finish Eliza. Maybe not. If she goes more than... Whoops, I don't want to fire her. Darn it. You decide not to fire anything. That's true. It's a bigger level than most of the levels have been so far. She's quite capable, isn't she? This is a tough old woman. Oh, fuck, that's right. What am I doing? Eliza, you're one brave broad. Oops. Once again, I decide not to fire anything. The purple mushroom, in case we need them. I don't know. Looks like that's the full level here, too. Nice little level designer. Let's head down to... I don't know what the hell depth we're at. The next depth. There's a rat right here. All right, we're just past the 30-minute mark here, guys. And we just started a new level. So I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. You only live once. I'm not done. I'm going to come back with another video, and we're going to keep playing this game and hopefully beat it. As in every case, I will play until I win or die, and that will be the session. I'll talk to you soon. Come on back and join me. Bye.